You're listening to the Night Demon Network. Go to nightdemon.net/subscriber to unlock more exclusive content.
Hello and welcome to the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast. I'm your host Nesbit, and today we jump back in with Night Demon on the second leg of their Outsider Tour as it continues its way through Poland, joined once again by Cirith Ungol. This is Night Demon on the road.
So we're still in Poland now. From Warsaw, we go to... I can't even pronounce this.
Biskupice.
Yeah, it's kind of middle of nowhere Poland for a festival that we're doing called...
Black Silesia.
Black Silesia. Yeah, so Michael, the promoter, I've known that guy for a long time. He did our last headlining shows in Poland back in the day, which were actually really good. He's been a big Cirith Ungol fan and wanted to book them, so they've never played Poland, so they were headlining this festival, and then of course we got a slot on it the following day. So Cirith Ungol guys flew back out after flying home for about a week. They came back out for this, and we met up with them, and yeah, so...
Driving into this place was like, all right, we're out there, man. This is like... boondocks, some fucking country ass, some country ass Poland, man.
Country ass.
We're like, where are we? And then, but I had remember looking up the festival and seeing some pictures of the grounds, and it's this crazy medieval fort, wooden like round fort thing, and it's like, okay, it looks cool, but it's probably not as cool as it looks in the photos. But when we got there, it was like, holy shit, this is awesome, and the clientele were pretty extreme, right?
Yeah.
There's some guys with some pretty like gnarly like slogans on their shirts, right? Like,
there was a nice sausage outside.
oh yeah, there was an old guy cooking sausage right outside the big wooden gate that we couldn't get into at first. Remember, you had to like bang on it with like it had like a giant knocker thing, like dong dong. But yeah, killer setup. Really good stage, pro sound and lights and.
They had like medieval torture devices there,
all
just
around
like
the ground.
hanging out. That was pretty cool.
First night was with Ungol, right?
Yeah,
That was great.
Headlined that, and it was a really, really great show.
Yeah.
And it was. We were staying, I don't know, 5-10 miles outside in this little town. It wasn't that far away, but
like a wee village.
yeah, cool little like, just a little hotel.
There was a wedding going on.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right. There was a wedding in the hotel. Right.
Yeah.
But it was, like the festival was cool. And like when Cirith Ungol played, it was cool. When we played the next day, we had a shitty set, man. That was just terrible.
Yeah.
I don't like playing during the daytime outside. But we were rushed. Like, what happened there? Like,
I don't know. Something happened.
Was something like and I don't remember. The light girl there said that she will not put the geysers on her board. and we
that
had
what it was?
my small board in the hotel.
Oh,
So I took the
right.
van and went
that's
right
right.
back,
That's
running like a
right.
crazy guy to get the board to make the geysers work. And then I get just in time for that. And then we start the
Striker's like,
show.
where the fuck is J2? Like,
We start the show.
Yeah, because Jarvis said, no matter what happens, we need these lights
we
to
need
work.
to work.
Like, all right, we took it very literal.
And
Very
then
literally.
Just for reference, the geysers are like anybody listening who's seen the live shows in the last year and a half. There's certain points in the set, like in Outsider and in The Howling Man and The Wrath, where Armo and Jarvis stand up on these like milk crate looking things near the front, and they're lit up from underneath, and a big column of smoke blasts up their arses. So that's what we mean.
It's really warm. It's nice on those cold nights, outdoor festivals.
But everything was for nothing because that thing is connected to my computer, and I set up everything, rushed to the front door, start the show. Computer went out of battery. I left the charger in the last show. So
So in the end, we had no geysers.
no guys.
That's it, yeah. But I was just, I don't know, it felt weird. The crowd was a much more extreme metal crowd,
Yeah.
you know, and like we kind of stood out like a sore thumb, which isn't always bad, but
But also being earlier in the day, I think everybody had hit it hard the
Yeah.
night before. It probably wasn't a good time slot. Like,
No, it wasn't.
you were kind of up against it.
yeah, we just did it, you know.
yeah,
It was all right.
You know, we were there.
Yeah, we were there.
It was nice to be in one place for a couple of days and
Yeah.
be able to just go to the hotel and get
Yeah,
up.
that's rare,
you know.
right?
Ungol got such a warm one though. Like just looking back at some pictures from that, you know, the place seemed to be filled up for it, and people.
Oh, there's
really
the
loved
one
them, so.
part where we do this blackout and the song.
But hang on. That was the birth of the Blackout.
Was that the first time we asked you to do it?
No,
Or
you
you
didn't
just
ask me
did
to
it?
do it.
Are you sure?
I did it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You taking credit for my genius?
All right. Yeah. For the record, Jarvis, this was years in the making, you know, when he designed this. No, like I didn't tell anyone, and I just did it.
All right.
During the song "Down Below," what's the line?
Oh, it's a
silence.
line that Tim copied off me, and he refuses to fucking admit it. And Kill the Pain, the second verse, silence. Brah, and we do that on that song. And for some reason, when he made a new record, he decided that was a good idea to say that word and then have a big pause in the song.
So the
Like-
only way for silence in this land of broken dead. So at silence, like he pauses. So the
whole
light
band
board-
pauses.
Yeah, but so I hit the blackout, and being in the middle of nowhere in like a medieval wooden fort in the Polish countryside, when you hit the blackout, it was just suddenly silence and this blanket of stars.
It
up
was
above,
like
and-
completely black. There's
Yeah.
no, like when you're at a bigger festival or you're like indoors, there's a lot of times there's some light from somewhere, an exit sign or
Yeah,
something.
the food trucks. Or,
But man, it was weird to us on stage because we like when that went black. It's like
It's
people,
almost like you didn't know it was going to happen.
yeah.
Oh, there it is.
It's like people. I think everybody thought for a minute, like, holy shit, like the whole the power just died. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
but everybody thinks that. I love
Yeah.
it because we're skipping ahead, but we were just in Mexico, and Candlemas were saying that they hung out and watched Ungol's set, and they said at that blackout part they thought something fucked up, you know, because like the band went quiet and the lights went off. Like, what the fuck happened? So it really works, right? But
Yeah, it
basically
does.
that night was where that bit started.
I want to thank you once again for inviting us here. This has been fantastic. We love you. Thank you for all the years of support for our band. We love you. Thank you so much. We have a couple more songs for you tonight. I see them falling. I hear them calling. Oh, once again. Oh, with all my sins. Down below. Maybe if I close my eyes, I won't see the faces. All the living, all the dead, the dark unholy places. Those many years ago, paradise was lost. We never heard the warning, and we never knew the cost. Give us from this nightmare, deliver us from pain, deliver us from evil, so they'll never rise again from down below. Listen to the voices as they tell me what to do. Twisted schemes of evil they've hidden from our view. Ignore the pounding hell rain and their crucible of fear. Ignore the silent screaming in this land of broken dead. Dream their sunken dream, forever trapped them in my mind, and fight the endless battle for the soul of all mankind.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was blown away. I think it was my first time working with Ungol.
Oh. Yeah.
If it,
Yeah, it was J2's first time as well.
it was my first
and
time.
he was like, I really like that set. I really like your bass sound too. And I was like, don't start liking this now, dude. Come on. Like,
I was blown away. I mean, literally, I was on stage, but I could feel the vibe.
That was one of the best performances we've done
Yeah.
in a while. Or, I don't know, just for some reason. Just something clicked.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
worked.
something clicked.
It
I
worked.
really enjoyed it.
I think Rob was in a good mood, and that always helps. You know.
So this is Poland, is it? Yeah, we're so freaking glad to be here. I cannot believe that I'm here, actually. It's been a million freaking years we should have been here, but we're all here tonight. We're all gonna have a great freaking time.
What's up, Night Demon Bangers? I'm Karol, I'm from Chmielów, Poland, and I'm a Night Demon addict. The next day, I picked up my friend Sławek and we went to Silesia district to attend Black Silesia Open Air Festival. A lot of great bands were booked for this one, like Massacre, Whiplash, Darkness, Polish metal legend Dragon, and many more. I was heading there mostly because of two bands, Cirith Ungol and, of course, Night Demon. I heard a lot about the festival and its unique vibe. If you are not familiar with it, you definitely need to check it out. Watching the show where the stage is inside the wooden stronghold is something unique, I tell you that. The first day passed in the blink of an eye. Cirith Ungol was the headliner, so they were playing almost at the very end, but great performances of Dragon and Pure or Darkness helped me survive the sunny weather. It was a long day, full of metal music and meeting friends, but here I am, in the first row, waiting for Cirith Ungol to hit the stage. And when the team, Rob, Armo and Jarvis appeared and started jamming I'm Alive, nothing else mattered to me at that moment. The crowd went absolutely crazy. Like, everyone was screaming I'm alive from the top of their lungs, so probably you could hear it miles away. What an opening of the show. The setlist was based mostly on the King of the Dead record, so for me it was like an early Christmas gift, because it's my favorite Cirith Ungol long play. There were also songs from recent albums. Forever Black or Sailing on the Seas of Fate were a great additional to the old classics. Did I mention the phenomenal sound of the band? Black Silesia hired really good sound engineers, so everything was as sharp as the Stormbringer sword. When the first notes of Join the Legion ripped the air, I knew that the good things must come to an end, and this is the last song of the evening. Well, last but definitely not least, the iconic opening riff brought the thunder, and probably everyone at the festival became members of the Legion. And that was it. This skull-crushing finale left me amazed and speechless. Before the show, I was a little bit worried that there's only one guitar player in the band, but Jarvis did a flawless job to keep my ears busy during the guitar solos. Well done, mate. After the show, I went to grab something to drink, and guess what? I bumped into Laura and Jarvis. They asked how I liked the show and asked me if I'm going tomorrow to see the Night Demon. And I mean, what a question is that? It was a great conclusion to a great day. On the next day, I was way more relaxed, and I don't know why. Maybe because I was only focused on the Night Demon gig, and everything else was optional to me. I spent some time with my friends. I met Tim and Rob from Cirith Ungol, and I just enjoyed nice weather and nice unique vibe of Black Silesia open air. Of course, I was not enjoying myself too much, if you know what I mean, because my plan was to get close to the stage around 6 p.m. and witness another gig of Night Demon. So here I am, in the first row, listening to Prelude and waiting for the band. Compared to the Warsaw gig, I can tell it was totally different experience. Bigger stage, band playing in the bright light of the day, more mixed audience, and, well, unfortunately, much shorter time slot, but I guess we know how it works on the festival, right? Band setlist was a great mix of all the new stuff, including songs like Outsider, Escape from Beyond, Welcome to the Night, Beyond the Grave, or The Chalice. Of course, eponymous track from the first EP was the last track of the set. Boys were really hitting hard, running around, well, just being Night Demon on the full throttle, I would say. Sound was sharp as a razor, so I really appreciate their skills and musicianship. Everything was working great that day, at least for me. By the end of the show, Jarvis put some jokes that they were only heavy metal band that day. Well, they were, and it was a really tough job to convince black and death metal fans to heavy metal, but I think the mission was accomplished. 2 Night Demon shows were in the books, so I went to do some wandering, and guess what? I met the whole band. They were super cool. They signed my stuff and we did some photos. I'm especially grateful to Brian for a long talk about his playing, his influences, and music in general. When the band was close to departure from the festival, Jarvis told me to catch up on Facebook and get in touch. Seeing Night Demon live was a remarkable experience. They delivered 100% headbanging heavy metal, and my dedication to the band was like 5 levels higher. Such a great band, such great people. When I got back home, I was listening to the band on a daily basis for a long time. I was happy I attended the shows, but also I was hungry for more. I thought to myself, they play in Poland pretty often, so maybe next year I'll be able to catch them on European tour. And what I can tell you is I didn't know that in a couple of months I'm gonna have the craziest heavy metal ride in my life, but that's for another story.
Yes, damn on you.
But yeah, so after that, we had a day off, or what we call a travel day.
So,
Right?
but
What?
it was Sunday morning, so we're in this wee village checking out, and it's raining, and everybody in the village is going to mass, and
Yeah,
then
the
we
church
realized
building.
we got a puncture.
Yeah, we had a flat tire.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Great way to start the travel day.
That was amazing. Yeah. Well, good thing all our gear is in the trailer, so we didn't have to empty the whole van as you
Yeah.
usually
Right, to lift up the
the van. So, but we had a hard time figuring out the jack thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
that's
they,
right.
you
We're all
know,
watching videos.
it's like the modern thing. Like everything is tiny. Like they don't give you anything like, you know, heavy duty. It fits in a little cubby hole, you know. So to figure out how to get this thing in the right position, and then there's like 2 bars
Yeah,
But, like,
unfold to make it
unfolds,
longer.
and it's like so
Yeah.
you can reach under there. But yeah, eventually we got it and changed that bitch and
We're throwing down bits of cardboard in the rain. To
Yeah,
try
because
and
it was
not be
raining
soaked
and it's kind of cold.
Yeah,
Beautiful, Polish
oh yeah,
Sunday morning
in June.
perfect.
in June.
I think that whole run was kind of rainy.
It was raining.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot, right? I don't remember it ever being very hot,
You know. it's
which
rained
is
a
kind of
lot.
nice, I guess. I'd rather have that than fucking sweltering heat, I guess. So yeah, travel to
To Stuttgart.
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 Yeah.
Well, that's it for this week as Night Demon heads back over to Germany to play Stuttgart. Again with openers Riot City at a place called the Black Boar. So that'll be next week. This week in the subscriber section, we have live audio of Night Demon from the Black Silesia Fest. This is in addition to all of the audio from this tour. Again, all for subscribers on nightdemon.net. Tons of goodies and bonus tracks, an unbelievable archive of live audio from this and past tours on nightdemon.net. Check out the website for more info on becoming a subscriber and gaining access to all of this Night Demon content. Until next time, this is Nesbitt signing off.
Thanks for listening to the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast. Head over to nightdemon.net, click on the subscriber tab, and sign up to access exclusive weekly bonus content. If you would like to donate to support the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast, you can do so through PayPal at paypal.me/nightdemonmetal. Additionally, if you have not already done so, please subscribe, like, rate, and review the show on iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts.
All hail, Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast listeners. This is Dusty Squires chiming in to tell you about my brand new signature sticks from the London Drumstick Company. I've dreamt of having my very own drumsticks ever since I was a wee lad, and LDC made that a possibility for me. Founded in 2016 in London, England, the birthplace of heavy metal, the London Drumstick Company has trailblazed a path through the music industry and taken the drummer world by storm. When I met them for the first time, they knew their product was going to withstand the beatings of a Night Demon show. They took the time to work with me on getting everything just right. The balance and weight of my sticks are the same no matter what, and the durability is bar none the best I've ever had. I know my sticks will last through the set night after night. I'm truly honored to work with a company that caters to their players the way LDC does. Their innovation and attention to detail is what separates them from the rest of the stick makers out there. Their custom stick sleeves are unbelievable and really make the entire presentation complete. Wait until you see the design they came up with for me. It blew my mind and was a surprise to say the least. They have all kinds of amazing swag, including hoodies, t-shirts, drummer shorts, drum keys, stick bags, towels, face masks, practice pads, and much, much more. Even if you're not a drummer, you can be a part of Demon history and order my brand new signature sticks direct from their website. How cool is that? And to top it off, the London Drumstick Company are giving an exclusive offer to the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast listeners. Go to londondrumsticks.co.uk and receive a 15% store-wide discount using promo code DEMONSTICKS. All capital letters, no spaces, Demon Sticks. DEMONSTICKS. I can't thank everyone there enough for the opportunity to be a part of their family and for them trusting me with their amazing products. See you metal maniacs on the road very soon. And yes, the wood chips will be flying.
Greetings, boils and ghouls. This is your comrade, the Crypt Keeper here, reporting dead from the sanctuary of the strange. Tonight's macabre myth is a fright-filled feature, one overflowing with monsters, madness, and magic.
Visit our website at monstersmadnessandmagic.com to stay up to date on all the dark dealings within the sanctuary of the strange. Enjoy the show.
Hey Metalheads, I'm Mark and I host Metal Forge. Let me tell you about the show. The Metal Forge features the best underground metal from all over the world. We spend every week with a different artist with interviews, in-depth conversations, and most of all, the music. We also feature audience interactivity where you can submit your questions to the upcoming guests. New episodes are out every Friday at noon Eastern Time at metalforgeradio.com or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Want to know what's going on in the world of music? Then tune in to the Nothing Shocking Podcast, a non-genre based, all ages friendly rock and roll program. Join us weekly for interviews with all your favorite rock stars from the mainstream to the underground. You can find us at nothingshocking.libsyn.com or anywhere you download podcasts.
Okay, metalheads, you've been complaining that there has not been a channel that plays all of the heavy metal videos from past, present, and future for years and years at this point. Well, that time is over. Heavy Metal Television is back. HeavyMetalTelevision.net is the website. Go there. You can see videos playing 24/7, 365, all the time, all the best from the old school, the new school, and everything in between. Check it out, HeavyMetalTelevision.net. It is where the metal is.